Spulture Show in the morning, episode 13. What it do? We're back. Got another good episode for everybody today, kind of breaking down the tennis matches that happened last night, as always. Got another guest that we're going to start the show with. We got to talk to Alan Sweet, a friend of mine from junior tennis. Played him back when we were young, in 12s and 14s, and he ended up playing at Wisconsin, and now he's doing big things in the fashion world, especially with tennis clothing. He's worked for Gucci. He's done some stuff with Lacoste, and he's doing a lot of his own stuff on social media in terms of tennis apparel and clothing. So it was pretty cool just to have him break down some of the best and some of the worst outfits of the Australian Open so far that he'd seen. Other things that happened. Can't start this episode without saying word to Trey Lyles. I think he's been watching the podcast. I was watching Real Madrid yesterday. The guy could not miss a three. I think he heard what I was saying about stop shooting threes, and he decided he's just not going to miss another three. So word to Trey Lyles. He went off for like 19, 20 points yesterday. They lost, but he's cooking. He's looking like Steph out there. So shout out Trey Lyles. Shout out Real Madrid. Other things, like I said, we got the tennis matches. Shelton played center last night. Djokovic played Musetti last night. But I don't want to steal the shine from Alan, so we're going to start this episode with Alan's interview, and then we'll get into some of the sports stuff. So here is my recorded conversation with Alan Sweet a couple days ago. All right, so today we got Alan Sweet here, taking the time to come talk to me and inform the rest of you on what's been going on with some of the apparel and some of the kits in the Australian Open. I know Alan from junior tennis, but he's been doing big things in the fashion world, and he played tennis at Wisconsin also. So if you just kind of want to share what you've been doing with fashion, I know you've been doing some events and what's been going on with that, just so people know.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, brother. I'm in Naples, Florida at the moment. I've been in the fashion industry for about 6 years post-grad. My most recent job was in New York City as a buyer for Gucci. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. I'm back in Florida now, kind of just doing my own fashion stuff on the side, and just started my own content creation kind of journey not too long ago. So starting to really lean into anything fashion and sports related.
Yeah, well, everybody give him a follow. It's Alan Sweet 23. Is that right, on Instagram?
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
And how about I saw you at the event, the Lacoste event at the US Open last year. You got to meet Novak a little bit. Kind of how'd that come about, and how was that?
Yeah, so that was super kind of surprising for me. I started posting content last summer, I think during like around Wimbledon was my first like video I posted. Just kind of out of the blue, I was like, oh, like I love the fashion. I'm really back into tennis again. So let's just see what I can make out of this. I started posting a little bit. Some videos like did well. And I guess Lacoste might have seen one of them where I rated them really, really high or something. And maybe like a few days before I was planning on going to the US Open, just as a fan, someone from Lacoste's team reached out to me over email, said, hey, do you have any interest in going to this private meet and greet Lacoste event in like, I think it was like next week or something? And I was like, hell yeah, sign me up, like I'm there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of how it happened. It was really random. I didn't reach out to them. I think they just found one of my videos, liked it, and decided to invite me, which was super, super special.
Yeah, that's sick, man. And got to meet one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest. So, I mean, it's pretty sick. Let's get into it. Just before we get going, is there one outfit when it comes to like the Australian Open, like growing up, that like really sticks in your mind? Like as a kid, like the kits and stuff were always so sick, I thought, especially. But I don't know if there's one that just kind of sticks with you that was great.
Yeah. The easy one is that OG like Nike Agassi throwback shirt, just a super retro, baggy, really unique like print. I feel like that's one of the GOAT Australian Open kits for sure.
Did he have the bandana on at the time too?
Yeah. Iconic look, man.
Yeah, it's sick.
So that's the first one to come to mind, and then there's a couple others. One from Roger, like I'll need to look up the year, like 04, 05 or something. It's just like blue Nike shirt with like this white kind of line going down the back of it, and it's just super nostalgic because I had that shirt as a kid. It was my absolute favorite shirt.
The
And
sickest
when
shirt
I
ever.
saw it,
Yeah.
I was like, "Yep, that's the one."
Yeah. Throw the bandana on when you're like 6, act like you're Raj out there. Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, that's sick. So for how about this year? Are there any that stand out that you think look really good on the men's or women's side, or kind of did a good job with?
Yeah. So my favorite men's one for sure, I think actually it's quite surprising. It came from Lululemon in the Big Faux, what is it, Sierra Leone inspired kit.
Okay.
So just really love the colors, looks sick on the blue Australian Open courts. And I think that's my favorite, one of my favorites on the men's side. So that one for sure. And then there was one actually, which is kind of like a sleeper. I don't think too many people know about it, but Bellucci just signed with this brand called CP Company. And they're this Italian sportswear brand, which it's kind of becoming to get a bit bigger. Like if you look on their gram, Drake follows them, Central C follows them. They love wearing their stuff, and they just exclusively like signed him as their only tennis guy, and gave him a custom outfit. You gotta take a look at it. It's like this pretty dope boxy fit, kind of cropped, sort of like knitted print, like blue and white, just really sick
Gotcha. That's sick. Yeah.
outfit, and it's custom. I would honestly buy it for myself if it was public sale, but they made it just for him, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, that is. So it's different from what Opelka's wearing because he's with like a high-end Italian designer also, right? Or something.
It is, yes. I posted a video on that a couple days ago, and it kind of blew up, which was really surprising because I think no one was really expecting to see a $1,400 tennis fit at the Australian Open. I mean, the shorts were over $700, the polo $600. It's Loro Piana, kind of the two brothers founded that brand, and it's been getting roasted, man. I feel kind of bad. The comments are just kind of ripping it apart. But I am excited because their stuff is super luxury, premium, high end, and I think they're really going to try elevating and giving them some dope stuff that we haven't really seen before on court.
Yeah, I saw some people kind of commenting on that, and they were not positive for sure. But
UPS driver, all kinds of
yeah,
crazy stuff, but it was, yeah, valid enough.
it is interesting though to kind of see it because like Emporio Armani, obviously they got into it with Fognini and Bublik and stuff.
Hmm.
So now kind of more high end fashion designers, I guess, and companies are getting into tennis. I saw Gucci signed Sabalenka today, or they put out some type of ad. I don't
Yeah,
know if you saw that. Do you think
yeah,
Gucci
dude.
will kind of get into tennis clothes also? Because Sinner obviously is with Gucci, Sabalenka now. I guess there's
Yeah,
some.
I would love to see it, man. I think like legally they can't give them obviously the stuff to wear on court, but off court, I think they're definitely going to be looking to do some tennis specific collections, which they actually dropped one a year after I left the company, and just like basically an all white kind of Wimbledon inspired tennis collection, which was nice. It had the famous Gucci green and red web detail, so it was cool. But I think they're looking to do it in a much bigger way now that they've got the number one and two player on the men's and women's side.
Right.
So yeah,
Well,
definitely expect some big things
yeah, so still more off court stuff, you think?
for sure. And I
Yeah.
think like Sinner's still rocking the Gucci duffel bag, and I think they're really gonna try doing maybe some special, custom outfitting, or who knows, might have him as a model at the fashion show. I think they're really gonna try getting creative with it because tennis is really having its moment in fashion, and they're clearly trying to take advantage of it by signing the best players in the world. So makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, might as well. What
Yeah.
about on the other end of things? Are there any outfits this year that you think I mean, you mentioned the Opelka one was getting roasted a little bit. Are there any that you think kind of missed the spot?
Um, None that really like stick out. I think the Apelka one's the really like stand out like bad one. But I mean, if we go down the list, like Adidas has like a pretty cool like orange inspired kit. I think that looks good on the blue courts. New Balance has some cool ones with purple that Tommy Paul is wearing, and Coco, which I think look both good. Uh, Lulu obviously looks good. And
How about Nike? Do you think they're kind of on? Do you think it was like on the step in the right direction? I feel like their
oh
clothes
my
used to
God.
be like so sick, and then for a while, like they kind of haven't been doing as well, in my opinion. And then
Yes.
I don't know. How do you feel like they did this tournament?
Totally forgot. Sinner's outfit is god awful. That is one of the worst outfits you could give the best player in the world. Like, I
It's
don't know what they
weirdly
were
similar
thinking.
to Opelka's, also kind of just like the color a little bit, right? Like
It's just
the
very
yeah.
dull and like kind of just uninspired. And that one's been getting like completely flamed. And I think it's even funnier that Sinner was so open about not liking the colors. He was like, for next, let's just say for next Australian Open, I'm gonna have more of a say in the color choice from my outfits. And I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, man, I feel bad, but
yeah. He wasn't hiding it or sugarcoating it at all. Yeah,
no. So that's definitely one. I actually did like Alcaraz's outfit with like the white, green, and black. Yeah, that looked really good. I didn't know how it would look until I saw it on person, but looks dope on Carlos. The women's side, I also like Sabalenka's kit. Raducanu had the nice purple one on. So overall, I'd say step in the right direction. They didn't keep it super, basic or simple with just like a logo on the chest. They actually came up with some more fun designs, vibrant colors. So it's a step in the right direction for sure, but still not quite OG Rafa Roger days like we said.
yeah, yeah. Another person who I feel like usually has really nice clothes is Marta Kostyuk. Obviously, she lost first round, but she's sponsored by
Yep.
Wilson. Do you think that they'll kind of continue to make a more of a dent in this? I know they signed Deminar and someone else, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
Kachanov, Lehecka. So they
yeah,
they got three top 20 guys, and man, I really think they're definitely making a statement with these like off-season signings, and they're definitely, I think, one of the, if not the top brand to look out for this year. Because I mean, they've got Kostyuk, Demon Hour, and they're really trying to become like that. They sign these like 360 deals where it's like apparel, gear, like everything, shoes.
yeah.
And Damon wore like a pretty cool like encore outfit with like a cardigan, this leather kind of old school looking tennis bag. And I think there's going to be a lot more of that to come. Um, but yeah, Kostyuk's like pink outfit was really nice. And I think last year they just did a great job with really stepping up their game in a unique way, kind of reviving how big Wilson tennis used to be, and trying to kind of get back to that peak state that we're in.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because kind of growing up, I don't really remember like Wilson clothes being huge, and now all of a sudden they're getting all these top 20 players and men's and women's. So I guess it's kind of
Yeah,
cool to just see them growing, but it wasn't something I expected, I guess.
totally. And it kind of like flip-flop. Like when we were growing up, we used to have like the Wilson N code and the K staff and all these like iconic rackets that like Roger was using and stuff. And so the rackets were like best in the world and the clothes were like, whatever. And now I feel like the rackets have kind of taken a little bit of a fall off in a way. They've still got top players like Sabalenka's using, obviously best female in the world, but rackets have kind of fallen off in men's and women's apart from that. And the clothes have just completely become like the cool brand to wear. Like the collab they did with Kith last year was so sick. And I'm expecting some more pretty cool collaborations like that this year as well.
Yeah, the old K Blade used to be so sick too.
Yes,
Like
that
the
was an
black and gold.
unreal.
Yeah, black and gold. Yeah, yeah, so sick.
Yeah, dude.
Just a couple more things here I want to touch on. One was Stan's outfit. Just kind of your
Yes.
thoughts on that, and I'll let you go, but kind of your thoughts on that.
Yes, that was one of the sicker outfits as well. Yannick is known for really doing kind of bold, very fashion forward kind of like colors and like cuts with like the V-necks and stuff. And I was a big fan of it. Like the blue looks really nice on the blue courts as well. And I think I saw something earlier where like something in like the collar is like inspired from when he won the tournament back in whenever it was, which is a super like subtle detail that's like just a very dope kind of like throwback moment,
Yeah, it's
right?
got like the short plaid on it or whatever,
The
like that.
plaid,
That
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That crazy those crazy shorts he wore. Yeah, yeah, they
Yep,
got that on that. Yeah, it's sick. I agree. That was one of my favorites also for sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel though? How do you think it feels for Michael Zhang when he, like, for instance, he's got like the basic Yonex kit. He's got like the
Mm-hmm.
neon green shirt that we've seen forever, and just basic
Yep.
Yonex kit. And then you got Stan, who's playing in like a custom kit. He's got like his old shorts in the patch. Like, come on, man.
Man, yeah. I feel for the players who like I don't think they have a say in what they get to wear. So like for instance, like Nike, sometimes you'll get the low end of the stick or straw for some of their kits. Where like, oh, Carlos gets like this really sick one, and then Sinner just gets like this god awful outfit that he has no say in. He's got to wear it and kind of pretend that he loves it and stuff to get sales. Like, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Zhang's isn't bad, but if I'm looking over at stands, I'd be like, yo, can I just get like one of those? I'll rock it.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I mean, they're free clothes. I'll take them, but this guy's got that. Like, give me a little better, but
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
it's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything else that you've noticed from watching the tournament or anything that you kind of want to go over? Who are you liking? Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win?
I mean, the favorite has got to be Sinner. He's just looking unstoppable at this tournament the past couple years, and I'd love to see a Sinner Alcaraz final. That seems to be the trend as of late. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind to see old Novak make a run and see if he's got one more slam in him.
he chopped my Strelly yesterday, so never. I mean, you never never know. Yeah.
Man, yeah. So he's still got some in the tank, I think. I don't know down the stretch if he's got enough, legs to stick with Carlitos or Sinner like in one match, let alone like back to back. I think is a big ask at this stage of his career. But yeah, man, those are definitely the top three. I'm not sure if we've got any dark horses like a Mensick or someone that can step up, but wouldn't mind seeing it.
If Minsick does it, you heard it here first, though. Yeah. But yeah, it would be cool too to get the Carlos Sinner match at Australia. We haven't had it there, so it'd be cool just to kind of see how that one went, and with
Oh, that's
With
true.
no Ferrero. So yeah,
Totally. Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely going to be a big
that'd be cool.
topic of conversation. Whether he wins or loses this tournament, I think if he doesn't win the tournament, makes the final, people are going to hit the panic button and be like, "Oh, you never should have split ways with him. You need to go back and rehire him or whatever it is." Yeah,
I agree.
interesting move in the offseason. I was
Uh,
I was shocked by it.
It's one of those. If he wins, it's a great decision, and if he loses, it's like, why
Yeah,
would you ever do that? Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate the time. Appreciate you coming on here and talking to me today. It was fun to catch up a little bit, and
Of course,
thanks
man.
for dropping some knowledge on us.
You got it, man. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, keep crushing it. Loving the vid so far.
Sweet, man. Appreciate it. See you, Alan.
You got it.
Thanks, dude.
All right. See you,
All right.
brother.
Thanks, man. Again, big thanks to Alan for taking the time to talk. It was sick to have him on here. Like I said, I've known him for a long time, so it was cool to kind of catch up with him and talk some Australian Open, some clothes. He knows his stuff. We'll hear from him more in the future this year. He'll keep breaking down what people are wearing and what we're seeing on the tennis court. So shout out to Alan, and again, thanks, man, for coming through and taking the time to meet. Appreciate that. But now on to the sports stories of the day. I already talked about Trey Lyles yesterday. I talked about he's having a real good game. Listen to the podcast. He's going opposite of my advice and making it work because I don't know. I'm not a basketball player, so it makes sense, honestly. But yeah, so word to Trey Lyles. Um, but what I really want to talk about here is this Djokovic Musetti match. It's unbelievable, man. I swear, Djokovic has done some black magic with someone because whenever you think he's done, whenever you think his back's against the wall, whenever you start to count him out, he thrives. Like he's like that meme, where the guy's dead and then they go boom, boom, and then he starts bouncing up and he's like alive again. That's literally Djokovic. Like whether it's the other, like usually in the past, right? He's down like 2 sets to love to Tsitsipas Roland Garros final, finds a way to win. He's down 2 sets to love to Musetti on Roland Garros, finds a way to win. He's down 5-3, 40-15 to Roger. He finds a way to win. He's down 2 sets to 1 against Team. He starts playing possum. He finds a way to win. Like no matter what he has to do, he finds a way to win. Right? It's unbelievable. Like It's unbelievable how he does it all the time. So he finds a way, right? Usually it's like with his tennis, right? Usually he comes back, he like plays possum a little bit, you think he's out of it, and then all of a sudden he plays really well. So like eventually that has to like not work, right? So like Query said, it's not just easy to be able to say, oh, okay, this game I'm gonna hit like the miracle shot and the crowd's gonna go crazy and I'm gonna be energized, so I'm gonna come back and win. Right? It's not easy to do that. So last night you figured he wasn't going to be able to do that. Like eventually this black magic's going to have to stop. Like you know what I mean? Eventually the other person's just going to beat him in a best of 5 match. But nope. Musetti in the first or second game of the third set pulls his hip, his groin, the front of his the top front of his leg. I don't even know what we want to call it. It's like a hip flexor, groin, quad, all in one, somewhere up there. Pulls it. First game of the third set. Can't even finish. Literally couldn't play another point. Djokovic to break him, hits a ball wide. He couldn't stop. He just had to run through it. He couldn't even really run. He never ran again. First serve of Djokovic's service game the next game, he just cannot even lunge for. It was. I feel terrible for Musetti. Absolutely terrible for Musetti. It's like a once in a lifetime chance to beat Djokovic at the Australian Open in a best of 5 match, and then dude, like, are you kidding me? Like, how does he do it again? How does Djokovic get through these things? Like, how does he always find a way through these things? I just can't believe it, honestly. Props to Djokovic for always getting through, I guess. But I mean, Musetti completely outplayed him. Djokovic was playing bad. He was he was like hitting forehands and then stumbling. I think he should change his logo to that instead of having his like forehand or whatever that he has. He should have like his stumbling logo because he does it like every match he starts to lose in. It's like his Jumpman logo. Like Jumpman's got the Jumpman. Like his needs to be like he's falling down, hitting a forehand. Like the wind's knocking him over. I mean, he's obviously a great player, respect to him. It's just some of those tactics that he does. He was doing that in the second set yesterday. It's like, dude, you're missing your forehand. Like you're not falling. Like you're not falling. You're on both feet. You just missed. Yeah, so that gets to me a little bit. I honestly cannot stand the cat, if I'm being honest with you. I've never rooted for him to win a match in his life, and so that's not going to start now. So it's just crazy to see him kind of get back and win that match also. Every single match for the last 20 years, I think, oh, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. But then somehow it's not the one. He comes back, he beats Tsitsipas in 5. He beats Musetti in 5. He beats Federer in 5. He beats Federer in 5 again. Like, brother, like, what do we have to do to get this magic to stop? It's unbelievable. Shout out Alan Sweet though, man. Like for real. Alan Sweet did say he'd like to see old Novak go far, so he kind of predicted it. I can't even lie. So it's a good guess right there. Would like to go into that EuroLeague game a little bit more though. That was an event I watched yesterday. I didn't get to watch the Shelton Center matches at 3 a.m. I was staying up. I watched some of the mixed doubles matches between Gadecki and Piers, Townsend and Mektic. That was unbelievable. I think it went like 14-12 or 13-11 in the third. This sunlight is brutal, huh? That reflection off my glasses. Yeah, so anyways, it went like 14-12 in the third. Both teams had match points. Gadecki at one point had like a sitter backhand volley on match point, hits the top of the net cord, and Mektic like is able to deal with it. There was like dramatic swings back and forth. Gadecki was going like crazy up and down, missing sitter volleys, then hitting like the nastiest roller angle cross to go up 9-8 and stuff. And you're just like, oh my god. And then the next ball, she gets the volley. Same with Townsend, man. I hate to say it, but like she missed 3 first ball volleys off of Mektic's serve and a 10-point tiebreaker. And that's the guy's serve. That's tough to win 10-point tiebreakers when that's happening. All forehand volleys too. One was at 8-7 serving and one was at 8-all. Missed two sitter forehand volleys, and that's who I wanted to win. I wanted Townsend and Mektic, man. Yeah, so anyways, that's cool. That match happened. Christian Harrison, talk about black magic. Those guys just keep hurting their opponents. They're casting spells, as the Wave God was texting me saying. But they're into another round. Let's call it the semis now, I think, with injury from Nauza Enrique. I think they finished the match, but we could see him getting worked on at the end of the first set. So those were kind of the tennis matches that was keeping me busy yesterday. I didn't get to watch Shelton Center. I didn't wake up for that. I woke up, but it was already 2 sets to love for Center, and that's when you think, all right, I'll check again, see if this goes 5, because it's probably not, knowing Yannick. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff, huh? Yeah, we got to get to it though. We got to get to it. Real Madrid versus Paris, right? This is like PSG versus Real Madrid, but basketball, but not PSG also. But anyways, the only reason I'm going to this is because Trey had an unbelievable game. Listen to the podcast. Clearly, that's the only reasonable explanation. But also, there's a guy on the other team for Paris named Nadir Heafy. Nadir Heafy came out and said that the NBA is his next step. Do I agree with that? Yeah, I do. I could see Nadir Heafy going to the NBA. I don't think it works out though. I think I see him being like an Elia Kobo. Like he's gonna go and like he has the reins to his team right now in the G League. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, in the Euroleague. He has the reins to his team. He's able to do whatever he wants. He has that step back from here to Monrovia, right? He just go like that's gonna get called a travel in the NBA. Like you're Nadir Heafy in the EuroLeague, you have a reputation. They let you get away with that stuff. You're known for your step back. In the NBA, nobody's gonna give a shit, right? Like you're Nadir Heafy, this EuroLeague guy coming over. You're gonna be like the 375th best player, maybe. Like no offense. I hope he's great. Like he can get a bucket. Like I'm not arguing that he can get a bucket, but he's not like Mike James, so he can't. And Mike James didn't even really work out in the NBA. Like Mike James was good for the Nets. I liked Mike James. Don't get that twisted. But he only stayed there like a couple months, right? When the season was up, he went back to EuroLeague. I would have liked to see him stay there. He's one of my favorite players ever. It's why I'm a big Monaco fan. But it didn't work out. And so for Nadir Heafy, I don't see it working out. I think he'll be back in EuroLeague and being a star within a couple of years. But he should give it a shot. You might as well give it a shot. If you can be in the NBA, if you can be one of those players, you're going to get paid more. You're going to give yourself a chance to like reach your dreams, right? Although he is from Europe, so maybe he dreamed of playing in the EuroLeague and he's already reached his dreams. If I was playing in the EuroLeague, I would be reaching my dreams to be getting paid like $1 million a year to play basketball in one of the best cities in the world. So that's just my opinion. I mean, the dude's not going to get those calls, but the calls in the EuroLeague are weird. You just have no idea. I mean, they have different rules. You know, some fouls are randomly flagrant, some are randomly technical. They have take foul. Like, there's just weird rules in the EuroLeague. Like, if you don't watch it often, you're not gonna notice it. You can't just have you can't just stop the ball for no reason. You know what I mean? You can't just foul them like to take a foul so they don't transition. Like you have to have a play on the ball at all times. That's one thing. There's other weird ones too, but also they just make weird calls. Like the continuation foul calls that they call are crazy. You could get fouled, and as long as that ball's in two hands, if you throw it up, they're giving you it. It's pretty crazy. So I don't know. I don't see him getting those calls. I think it's a different game in the NBA, but he should give it a shot. I mean, Nadir Heafy, come play for the Pacers. Come be our fourth point guard. Be sick. Be down for it. I don't know how good his defense is, but I mean, he's a bucket. Like he's gonna get points, and we play fast. We don't really play defense, so come on over, Nadir. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. There are tennis matches that happened yesterday that I need to talk about. Swiatek got absolutely destroyed by Rybakina. I didn't watch it. Again, I was watching the Indiana Hoosiers take down the Purdue Boilermakers. Yeah! I thought we were having ourselves a day when I saw Musetti up 2 sets to 0 on Djokovic. IU beat Purdue. I should have a picture to clip in here, but I don't. Shout out Ethan Burge for getting lit with the boys last night. Had himself a time with the squad post-win. Yeah, it was pretty fun, man. I mean, can you believe that they did? I mean, I thought they had no chance. I thought they had no chance. IU's been bad all year. They're a streaky team, though. They played well against Rutgers, so you knew they were hot. Signetti's in the building. That's going to fire the boys up, but I don't know. I mean, I just didn't see it happening. I didn't see Braden Smith going to Assembly Hall and losing. I thought that'd be something that he'd for sure want to do. He'd want to go to Assembly Hall and win that game. It's his team. He's the leader. No more Edie. You go in there and win that game. But nah, the Hoosiers got it done. The Hoosiers got it done. So Texas beats A&M in football. The Hoosiers beat Purdue in basketball. We're winning our rivalry games this year, baby. We're winning our rivalry games. Before I continue to go any further, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a quick shout out again to our sponsor of the podcast. Today's episode is again sponsored by actually the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers play the Bulls tonight at 7 p.m. Everybody tune in. Use code Stephen Paul George started this shit 15 to get $15,000 off any order of $20,000 or more at the Pacers team store. Nah, but for real, yeah, I didn't watch the girls match because the basketball game was sick. Trey Wilkerson just going nuts. Shout out Enright too for that big three at the end. I was saying no, not Enright, and then he makes it. And I said Enright. So that was fun. Um, yeah, but the girls match that I've been trying to talk about for like 3 minutes, but keep talking about different shit, was the Anisimova Pagula match. What was wrong with Anisimova yesterday? She was pissed. I mean, Pagula started unbelievably well. Unbelievably well. The 4-1 game for Pagula, I think she hit three aces, and the last point was like a slice, like she serves wide, put Anisimova goes angle backhand return so far off the court, and Pagula damn near like slices the inside of it down the line, like it cuts in and then back out. Oh my god, Anisimova couldn't believe it. But something, I mean, she wasn't right yesterday. She was mad from the jump, banging her racket a ton, yelling at her box. I don't know, something wasn't right for Annie yesterday. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? But yeah. I mean, I just something wasn't right for her yesterday. I felt like, and she was just getting mad, right? Banging her racket, yelling at her box. I've already discussed. She was agitated. But Pagula serving for the match at 6-3, 6-3, 6-5. She was serving for the match. Got broken. Thought, oh my gosh, Annie's back in this, right? And Annie's a streaky player. She breathes a little bit. She catches fire. Like, good luck. You're not gonna see another ball. You're not gonna hit another ball. But not with Pagula. No, she calmed herself, got recomposed, started getting back into what worked for her. She was being aggressive, taking it to Anisimova. That put the pressure back on Anisimova, who threw in a double fault. Was back to saying, Annie, are you okay? Right? And so she, yeah, I don't think she was okay. But Pagula got it done easy in the breaker. I think 7-1. She moves on. Happy for her, real happy for her. You know, the Bills couldn't win this year, but she's putting matters into her own hands. She's betting on herself, which you love to see. Always bet on yourself. Kids of the podcast, always bet on yourself, right? Don't bet on these teams. Don't bet on these players. Don't bet on these goalies. Bet on yourself because you can control that outcome, right? You got control over that. But anyways, so Pagulo, happy for her. She deserves it. She's a veteran to the game by now, right? She's been around for a little while. Not calling you old, but you've been around for a while. You're the first player ever in the open era to win to get to three major semifinals after the age of 30 and not have been to one prior to the age of 30. So all three have come after the age of 30. That's like a LeBron stat. I love how I'm under this mic. I think that's hilarious. It's a huge mic. But yeah, so Annie, are you okay? Got that stuck in my head now. Yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, we all got opinions, but that's just mine. Um, Yeah, I took notes to, just make sure I covered everything, and I covered everything without looking at the notes. So shout out to me. Can't forget the Survivor update. Lee, my dad, and who's the other person? Kramer, bro. You guys got so lucky with Djokovic last night. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. If I was Nolan, I'd be so pissed. All three all three of you guys advance. Nolan is already center and Alcaraz, so he's going to be in a tricky spot. He's going to be hoping for an upset of some sort. I think Djokovic. Um, Kramer still has center and Alcaraz, so he's sitting most comfortable right now. Just has to play his cards right. Which order is he going to roll these dice in, you know? Which order is he going to roll these in? And then the other person, Lee, he's already used, I want to say Alcaraz, but still has center. Maybe the other way around. Still has center. I don't know. He's used one of them. So not many options there. He's got to play his strongest card, hope for the best. Whereas Kramer's got the options, man. How's he going to roll the dice? How are the dice going to roll? Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. So shout out to the Survivor team. Shout out to everybody who did the Survivor, man. That was fun, I thought. I thought that was fun. Love to hear what you guys think. Also, shout out to anyone who watches this. Like, if anyone's actually still watching this at this point in this episode, like, word to you, hit me up. Like, I'd love to just talk to you because that means you care what I got to say, or you're a real one. I appreciate that. I guess what I'm saying. I don't know how many subscribers I have. I stopped checking that stuff, but I appreciate it for real. It means a lot. We're gonna see what we can do with this. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Shout out to the Pacers. It's a weird situation with them. We kind of want them to lose, but we want them to win also, right? Like, we want them to win always because they're our team, but we want the Bansa, so we want to lose. So either way, though, it's for their best interest, you know? Sometimes you got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward, right? Bet on yourself and sometimes take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Lessons of the day. Shout out Flip J. Cue the music.